Okay, well, Michael here from Wickerson Studios, and I'll promise you a video every day, 12 minutes for the rest of my life. Grasshopper 2, let's see what we can do. Let's jump in here. Obviously, we're going to need some number sliders. I'm sure we'll do that. There's a nice one. Display options for the slider grip are available in the menu. So, isn't that nice? So, I guess we can double click. No, we just kind of right click. There's the options. Oh my goodness. Grip label. Look at all this user interface. How wonderful. And just to click and make it kind of to the decimal, to the thousandths, the 10,000th of it. Oh, this is fantastic. And I guess that's an integer. Nice. And I get to throw a color on there for some reason. Set your color for the slider grip, I guess, to get your stuff organized. Maybe if you think of colors like red, yellow, blue, meaning different things, and a question mark up here, documentation. So you can actually write some nice comments to script wonderfully. This seems like Grasshopper 2 is wanting us to become interested in scripting in Grasshopper as opposed to jumping over to C# or Python or Visual Studio and doing things. So that's what I think. We've got a number slider here. I have to wonder if I could go in and type 2 decimal 10.00 if I get a number slider. No, I get a number. Let me try that again. What's the fast way of making a number slider do what you want? I'm afraid to ask. 12. Nope, just get a number. Wow. All right. So I have to go in and edit. No, there's got to be an easier way. A range of what I want to do, digits 0 to 1. I guess you just type it in. I don't know. That seems slower than going through the fast track. I'm sure I'm missing something, but let's go up to 100 and see where that takes us. There we go. So we've got 4 to 100. How wonderful. We zoom in, we get some jazz, and there's a nice parameter to start with. Let's grab a couple of those, and at least I hope you can copy and paste. Yay! All right, and this little stuff that comes up every time, maybe it doesn't need to come up every time. So let's go from 0 to 100, and let's jump into maths and hope we can make a domain. Create a range from limits. There is no domain. Domain. Surface domains. Oh no. All right. We'll just see what happens. We will have to jump in to range from limits. That makes sense. We want the limits from A. Ooh, nice little wires. They're trying to be trees, but they're not. And then who knows what that is? Steps. I was thinking like a step count of integer value 100. And I still get a number set at 100, which is nice, but it's not a slider. So it's really wanting to hard code stuff fast. I think I get a range. There we go. Lovely. 100 steps. Let's just try and jump into vectors and create a point. Let's do something normal. Decompose vector, decompose point, create point. Oh no. Vector from points. Oh no. Point. XYZ. Points XYZ. Good. There's something there that's useful. Let's jump into there. Let's throw that through there. Perfect. Nice little range. 100 steps. Let's hope there's a wonderful negative component. Oh, negative, negative, negative. Let's go into maths. Let's negatives. Nope. I'm just thinking kind of what would be the possibilities, functions. How do I make something negative very quickly? Oh, please give me a negative. Invert quaternion. Yikes. All right. Interesting. Let's jump here. Let's open that up again. We'll take this to negative 100. And we'll try and start that. Decimal 000. And did I go to negative 100 to positive 100? Well, I was kind of hoping to grab a quick negative. I obviously couldn't. I've got 100 steps. I've got a nice range. Let's see what that does if I use one of these fancy pants function graphs, params, input. Oh, I just want to find some familiarity with it. Number slider grid, gradient, function editor. That looks kind of like something what I want. How do I bring data into the function editor? Oh my goodness, what happened? I just made a mistake. Object failed to convert data. Ooh, I thought that was kind of like a graph mapper. Oh, wonderful to just play around in here. If you graph mapper. All right, I definitely have to start forgetting what I know and learn something more. Quick graph. Let's do that. Let's grab you. Let's take you. I like a quick graph. Maybe I'll get lucky. And there we go. All right. What did I do? I did a multiple. That's pretty cool. Let's. Uh, oh boy. All right, hang on a second. Let's go in here and enable. Oh, remove invalid, sort, simplify. Wow. Modifiers, graph, flatten. So you have to start memorizing. There's a tree, flatten. There's a grafted tree, like you want to grow something. Simplify, remember. I don't think I want to remember anything. Reverse, sort, randomize. Ooh, what happens if I randomize? Ooh, I like that. And let's throw a little curve. Show me a NURBS curve, NURB from points. Oh my goodness, what's it going to be? Look at that data. Look what I just grabbed. Maybe not. Let's grab something a little simpler. See if it's in order. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's still having fun. It looks like a degree. 3 degree. Let's try a number slider. Nope, I can't do that. I'm just in the habit of shortcutting, so let's... Oh, I hope number sliders I find out very quickly how to work some. We don't need that much. We could have a number slider from 12 number and pop that in and try and get something different. Here's my count. There we go. So I get a nice little curve there, a nice little curve there. I'm happy with that curve. That's kind of nice from points. Very nice. All right. So from that, I can kind of play around, and because we want to push it into perspective and pull it up or down, let's grab a Z component. And let's try another one of those cool tools. And let's go in and pull that object up. Randomize was nice, but I remember something yesterday. Random integers. Boy, those numbers are not integers. Random avoidance, random numbers. Let's try that one. I am completely playing around here. I'm not sure if that's going to work. The domain, something's wrong. Distribution. This object contains an error. Click here for more details and possible actions. Error number 7. Random. I would imagine you could set that pseudo ramen. Oh my, I'm just playing around here. 1.00. I'm not sure what would happen. We have an error value number n, so I probably brought out something that can't work. A negative. Okay, let's skip that random. Can I go back into here and just do something differently in the y? Actually, I think I'm going to leave that, go back to something I'm comfortable with, and let's just throw it through a cosine value into here. Oh, go back. I hope I can go back. Yeah, put that. Well, it goes back double. It's kind of cool. Let's grab that into the cosine. We have some values. We'll throw it into here. And we definitely want to amplify. I have to wonder, it's not a vector. I'll do my math. I'll do my multiplication. I'll jump that in there, and I'll give myself a slider. I can't believe I have to like go in and pull a slider out every time and then go in. That can't be the case. That would not be cool if I have to do this every time and go from like 1 to 100, and that's going to be an integer, and that would stink if I have to do that every time. I can't imagine I have to. So let's pull that up. There we go. 2 round forms. I like one, I like the other. Let's just try something under surface for something familiar. Ooh, network surfaces are always amazing. Ruled surface. Obviously, we just want something like a loft. Where is loft? Tell me there's a loft tool. That would be terrible if there's not. There's so many. Loft from Greville. Sounds like a little city in America. Lost from curves. Let's hope the shift works. So I'm really just playing around with this. Let's take a curve. Let's take another curve. And there's our loft, and there's our wicked little staircase that you can start playing with. I like the kind of gradient. a little funky here. Things are doing things that shouldn't be happening. And I've made a kind of corkscrew form. It's nothing fantastic, but we were able to. Oh, I like that little. What is this? All right, loft options. Let's see if there actually is a loft option tool. Good. Then I can go in, and then it's like I need a tie and a CY. I have no idea. A type and a closed. I do not want to close it, so I'm hoping I can grab a Boolean. So let's just do that. Boolean toggle. Boolean toggle. Who knows? Toggle. Boolean toggle. Nope. I can just get a Boolean. I guess at that point I have to type in like a number slider again. I'm sure I'm doing this wrong, but it's fine. I don't mind making mistakes till I figure it out. Let's double click on this one, right click actually, and let's go 0 to 1, and let's do an integer and say yes. And let's take our Boolean toggle. Now this would be a very slow way of doing it if you've learned a faster way. So you can take that and close it, but something happens when I close it. It's like I do not want to close that because there's a problem. There's a problem with that. Click here for more detailed actions. Lofting failure if I try and do that. So we best just avoid that. Let's get rid of that. Just be happy with it open. As a surface, I wonder if I can look at what it is. It is an open brep surface with one face and two edges. So I'm going to carry this a little farther, and hopefully there's an analysis tool in here. Evaluate sphere. I don't want to evaluate sphere. I want to evaluate surface. Eeks. All right, evaluate tube. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? I don't even know what that is. Freeform primitive. Oh, come on. Evaluate tube area. Measure the area, the bounding box. Evaluate sphere, surface control net, surface control points, surface degrees, surface domain, surface knot, surface point count. Oh no. How many point counts do I have? I don't know. There's got to be a panel tool, and I haven't even pulled that up yet. Input text, slider, preset, value. Oh no. In text input functions, constant display, swatch, preset picker number, blah, 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 blah. Oh no. Utility, please have a panel there for me. Oh my goodness. Now there's something familiar. So we have 4 points directing this, or 4 or something, and then 23 other points, I guess. I can't even remember what I was doing here. This is a surface point count. All right, so there's that many points. Can we move to normals? I am going to have trouble with surfaces if I cannot evaluate surface. Align bounds, evaluate sphere. Evaluate tube, surface. Well, that's got to pull out something for me. That's going to pull out the control net from the surface. What does that do? Better start analyzing this and take a look. That's kind of nice geometry. I guess this is what we have to do. Surface control net, surface control points. That's nice. Okay, making sense. Let's go back. I got kids squealing in the background, but why not? And then UI and index. Let's go 12 by 12 and see if that affects it. The points are actually none. I'm getting a point in the middle. That's surface. Oh, let's try something. Let's try dividing surface. Let's just see what happens. This is just totally playful. I think you have to get in here. Division by count, division interval, division distance, subdivision mass. So I'm not dealing in a mesh. I hope I'm not. I hope nerds are still around and doing well. Maybe I'm asking ignorant questions, but I would say get into here. I'm into 14 minutes. I'm just trying to do some basic stuff. I'm trying to build some curves. I'm trying to generate some surfaces from those. I'm trying to analyze those curves. I'm trying to extrude them. I have the weights. I have the Graville, which I only remember from studying Rhino notes and Rhino 5. And I have 12 by 12, but it's 0.12. 0. Oh, okay. It's trying to say 0 item is 12. 0 item is 12. Index control points. Surface. Oh, let's just keep moving. Surface degrees. That should tell me something. And we have 3 and 3. That makes sense. Degree 3 in both directions. Surface domains might be interesting. So I can grab the UV, and that's going to give me the exact. I have to wonder if there's any remapping. Remap number. So let's remap this number to whatever this wants the source, which I guess is this. And then the target, I'm going to remap to 1 and see if that gives me a number. I really don't know what that just did. I probably screwed it up. Let's pull you down here and use our panels. Obviously 1. All right, distance. Okay, it's just giving me what I had before. Remap. Remap. I thought I saw something else there. Remap number. No, that's what I had. What am I talking about? Remap. Well, and let's just try Control-Alt. Nope, nothing is pointed. You don't know where these are. Control-Alt used to be a skill to like find out where you need to go. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to plug through this and show people where I'm having trouble. Remap a gradient. Remap a number. Obviously the 1. That's probably not the source. So let's go back to the source. Surface. No, that's not going to work. Let's going to default that. Yes, it wants a number. I like that image there, which makes me, whenever I have something like that, I'm just going to go back and it says it wants a parentheses and then a. So let's go back to params and see what that source is. Where is a familiar source by looking at that? Right here, an interval. All right, I definitely need an interval. So let's put an interval in here and let's find an interval. Interval union, interval limits. Okay, interval, and let's set the interval from default 0 to 1. That should solve it, and there we go. We get a number there. Can you visible? What does that mean? I'll figure that out in time. I don't think I did anything special by doing that as a target interval. The interval obviously could have been that interval, and then my target interval is here. And what happens when I make my target interval 12 to, I don't know, 88? Let's see if that changes anything. There we go. It just makes the interval go to 8. All right, so I just have to wrap my head in there and see what we're actually doing and mapping and doing things. But once again, that's not what I intended to do with it. I actually just wanted to go to the surface and do some editing. Surface for knots, surface points for knots. Let's just see what happens when we type in normal. Normal distribution, plane normal, circle normal, shear from normal, rebuild mesh normals, mesh, blah 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 blah. Set mesh normals, warp mesh. Boy, they sure like meshes. Okay, maybe I shouldn't ignore the easiest thing. Evaluate sphere, and take that and put that in, and it'll say I'm not a sphere. Yeah, I'm not a sphere. All right, so wow. 18 minutes in, showing my ignorance and showing what happens when you just start from scratch. Maybe I should move in the meshes and transforms and surfaces. Let's analyze curve surface. Let's start with curves and move the surfaces later on. Rebuild curves, speciate kinky curve, circles, arcs. Okay, a lot of way to make arcs, a lot more than 6 now. You get 10. Then you can dissect and get the angles. You can biarc. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with this parabola. I am happy with the math, but I've got to sit here with Daniel Christoph and we've got to kind of distill this down. And I've got to get my eyes looking at this a little differently. I like that kind of graphics. I don't like what I made. So let's just go back and put on a number slider. Something here. And let's go from, let's right click and let's just go from 0 to 10. Oops. Whoa, what's happening? Let's just do 10.00. Okay, there we go. And let's just grab a number here and do a count. Obviously, it's not liking anything that's not an integer because we're talking count. Let's just take it up and count. Yeah, nice, but nothing special being produced there. And I think just to understand what I'm doing again, I'm going to come back into top view. Okay, so I'm in trouble. The randomness has made it pretty wild. And I'm going to take a little break at that time and kind of reconsider what am I doing with Grasshopper 2. So welcome to it. Sorry for the chaos, but I think a lot of people are going to come to it this way. You can watch tutorials as they come out. Maybe I'll discover some fun things, but every day I'm going to just play around here and see where I end up going. Thanks for watching.